everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mineng. In today's video, as you can see in the title, I'm going to share with you my experience as a black person in Asian country. So I'm going to name different countries and I'm going to share my experience toward living that country. How do Asian people think about black people, especially from Africa? So if you're new to my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe because I'm always share about my experience in different countries, about the study abroad, the study in China, any life lessons that I have learned, and I don't want you to make the same mistake as I make. So make sure you subscribe. This means so much to me. So hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumb up, and make sure you comment down. Let's start. Okay, I need to make it clear that when it's come to share experience about a certain country, does not mean the whole country is like that. It depends with a person. I'm only share what I've faced and what actually have seen. So we might have different experience, and that's why I share my own experience. And someone might have good experience, someone must have bad experience. So it depends with you people who met, because everyone has different character, different behavior. So I just share my own experience as what have faced in these Asian countries. First of all, it depends with, I can start with Korean. Once I lived in Korean, there's a lot of questions they were asking me, and I thought it's just curious. They just need to know more about black people, especially from Africa, because most black people in Korea are from America, like black American. People in Korea are kind. I cannot say they are bad, but it's because they don't have exposure to black people, especially from Africa, and they have this, I can say, bad perception toward black people from Africa, because they ask me very weird question like, you guys, you live on tree, you don't have house, and you don't have shoes, that's why you walk without shoes, and you guys, you live with animals, like our pet is like let's say it's like elephants, it's like lion, like we don't have pets. So it's really weird question, but for me, I just understand them because I've been in different countries, and I just make them understand. But it was like, but this is what we saw on television. We see in all television, like African, you guys, you live in tree, or on tree, you don't have houses. And another question, it was like, where do you get money to travel to come in Korea? Like we know, like black people in Africa are little poor. Where do you get money? But for me, it's I just take it normal. And the most common question that will be asked is, what did you do for living? Actually, back in Africa, you can't just ask a person like that just from nowhere. You guys will just meet and ask me, what did you do for living? But for me, I just take it normal. And this is common question, like every Korean I met, they were asking me, what did you do for living? And do you have house? Do you own something like that? But it's normal. But in a matter of safety, it was good. There's not a lot of discrimination. It's because they didn't expose more to black people, and they have this perception to television. So for me, it's just normal, but it was a good experience to be in Korea, and I want to go back more and more. Another country is China. So I have more experience in China because I've been in different provinces in China. More than 9 provinces in China have been, and I met with different Chinese. So and have lived in their family. I live with the Chinese family, so I have more experience. What I discovered about Chinese, it's the same thing as Korea. They didn't expose more to black people, and apart from that, they have this bad perception, like black people are very arrogant, and they know that we are really poor. But for me too, it was not a big deal for me. And they have this weird question, but most of them, they are not asking about your financial situation, but they just need to know about your skin color. They just need to love to see if there's anything there, your hair. They are really curious about your appearance in general. So that is more about the Chinese. For them, the most important thing is your appearance. They just look at your appearance, your teeth, and was like, why your teeth are more white? So they're more about your look, your appearance, your hair. And when they see any black person has a blade, I wonder how do you wash your hair, something like that. But other stuff for them it's just normal, and they're really afraid about the black people. They just know like you guys, you are very 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 arrogant and maybe you can do anything bad. So it's just like that about the Chinese. But I've been in a province, in a city where people there, they have never been meet with the black people, like they have never, it was their first time to saw me as a black person. So it was really hard, but they're really charming and I'm happy for that. So you might have different experience, and sometimes when you book hotels they might tell you like, you guys, you are not allowed to sleep here because you are a black person. So you need to be very careful when you need to book a hotel in China. You need to ask them that I'm black, am I allowed to sleep, because they want to find your money. And apart from that is term of apartment. I can speak about the Qming in China. It was very hard for me to get an apartment because everywhere I go, it's like we don't accommodate a foreign, especially a black person. We are not allowed to come in. So I was like, for what's black? So the most important thing I want to tell you is be aware about this thing. It won't even terrible you because you understand people, and it's always like that. If you didn't expose to a person, you must have this bad perception toward something or toward people, but it does not mean that all black people are like that or all people are like that. There's always a bad people and good people in every country. Another country is Indonesia. So it was really bad experience just once I left in Indonesia. So they asked me a lot of questions, and the only thing they think is, do you carry drugs and why do you travel in different countries? Once they took my passport, I was like, why do you travel in different countries? Do you transport drugs? Serious, it was very bad experience. I stayed in airport for almost like 3 hours just waiting for them, and they were calling other people like other police. They came there and they suspect me. So it was a bad experience just once I left. But after leaving Bali, life was different. People here are very friendly, are very good, and they don't even care about your skin color, because here people, they're just normal, just like back in Africa they are color, so they don't really concern about color. Me being in Bali, it was very good. I didn't get any kind of discrimination, but these people are very curious about you. They just go and ask you very deep question about your family, about your financial thing, about your data financial thing. Like, they really need to know more about you, but I just discover like they just need to know more about you. And sometimes they may think like, in Africa we have a lot of gold everywhere, something like that, but in Indonesia people are good. They are very friendly. I can speak more about Bali because it's where I spend more time. So serious, just like life is good. No one will discriminate you toward your skin color, anything about that. No, they're just curious, so that might ask you very deep question. It's just they just need to know more about you. Only. Another country I may speak is Singapore, though I didn't spend more time like other countries. But in Singapore, it's like you are invisible. Like people, they don't care about you anymore. Like just everyone is busy with her or his business, and they don't even find you very weird person. Though part of Singapore is like some Chinese, but people from Singapore exactly, they're just normal and they don't care about you. It's just like you are invisible. It was a wonderful moment to be there, and people, they didn't even ask me any question about you, and I didn't get any terrible ish in your tail or other matters, or people to just look at me like a weird person. I didn't get something like that. It was very nice to be there. So yeah, so I don't have much to talk on Singapore. Maybe once I get more time to live there, many, so yeah, maybe I can talk more about that. Another country is Malaysia. I spent more time in Malaysia, but actually I didn't get any kind of discrimination or people to worry about me, because as you know, most people, they go there. So it's just and no one took me in a different way, so I didn't get any kind of discrimination, something like that. But there's this perception like black people are arrogant. In every Asian country you will find that, and actually I got that even when I was in Malaysia, but life there is just okay, and there's not any kind of that discrimination. To Thailand, I went there for my birthday. It was good to be there, and the experience was good. People there are kind, but people there might find it very uncomfortable to stay near you, and sometimes they might think bad about you. And what I found about the people in Thai, they're really curious about the black boys. So most girls they were very curious about the black boy, and they are very charming, which is different from me as a black girl. So I don't know why, but I found it very happy to talk with the black boys. And the most weird thing I found, because I went there with my Chinese family, so it was very interesting time. So I went to hotel, we went to hotel to sign in, and it's just like, you are not allowed here because you are black. They didn't know that I have compared with those Chinese family. So once they realized that I'm with them, they was like, okay, sorry, welcome. So it means like if you are accompanied with a white person, then you will be most welcome. But it's not like that in every hotel. It's just that hotel, and I don't know why they took me like that, but it's just normal. Yeah. So yeah, that is my experience in those countries. So those experience in Asian country. As a country, I don't have much to talk because I have been there just for a few days, so I can't really judge my perception toward a country where I stay only a few days and left. So if I have more experience in those countries, once I go back, then I will share with you more. So these are some of the countries that I might talk, because I've spent at least some time there, and that's why I've decided to talk about those countries. So make sure you subscribe to my new channel. Make sure you give me comment and tell me what kind of video you want me make. And travel is something that you learn, and you just discover new people, new life, how people they talk about life. So it's wonderful, and it's life lesson. So please make sure subscribe. See you in my next video.